Congratulations, you finally made it to 4 p.m. You know what that means. Happy hour. It's time to kick back, relax, and dive into the world of sports with the Young and Norvelle Show. Whether you're catching up on the latest scores, analyzing the big plays, or gearing up for tonight's games, we've got you covered. So grab a cold one, settle in, and let's talk sports. Here they are, Patrick Young and Terry Norvelle.
Hurricane around here. Are you kidding me? We're at Twin Peaks, best place in the world on a hump day to be. Man, got a little weather coming in, but I say pre-hurricane party right now and tomorrow at Twin Peaks. Terry Norvelle, Patrick Young riding in his Lamborghini, and Brent Beaird joining us. Of course, we've got Zach producing, and we have a lot to get covered. When'd you get that Lambo, Patrick? When'd you get it? Nice Lambo.
Bonita Young.
Bonita got she got
me an early birthday present.
She got it. All right, guys, we got a lot of stuff going on. Let me throw out a couple things early. As of right now, it looks like we're not going to have a show tomorrow. Okay, we got people. Obviously, schools are out. Agree or disagree, whatever. But schools are out. People are home taking care of kids, and you know we need producers to do this show. If they're going to take the day off, and we understand that. Yeah. So it looks like we're not going to be on tomorrow, but I may mess around and see if we can get a modified show on, just from my house, from your house, from Pat's house, whoever wants to do it. I may see if we can do a Facebook-only show tomorrow, a Facebook-only, maybe for an hour, maybe kick it around. So here's what I need you folks to do that are watching our show on any platform out there, not the Young and Norvelle Show on Facebook. Go and become a follower. Follow our page, our show page, the Young and Norvelle Show on Facebook. Just bang that in, follow. And if we are able to put a show up tomorrow and or Friday, just on that, it'll be one platform, but maybe we'll knock out an hour.
I don't have Facebook. That might be an issue.
An issue with you?
Yeah, I don't have Facebook.
Okay, well, you won't be on the show. All right, good to see you, Pat.
Okay.
Hey, so we can do some. What? I mean, what's the big deal? We'll figure something out. You know,
okay.
Who doesn't have Facebook? It's the end thing, man. It's
Harry,
the end.
Stop trying to correct your grammar here. We know you like to call it the Facebook.
It's the Facebook. Who doesn't have a Facebook? Hey, the Facebook is the new cutting edge thing, Brent.
Sure, along with Twitter.
Do you have the Facebook?
I do have the Facebook.
See there? These two young guys got the Facebook, baby. All right, Pat. Well, hey, we may miss you tomorrow. We may miss you Friday. I don't know. So anyway, make sure you go to the Facebook and follow the Young and Norvelle Show. We'll try and put up a show tomorrow, but obviously Sliders, we do the show from the patio. We won't be at Sliders tomorrow. That doesn't make sense.
Right.
I talked to the good folks at Sliders. They understand. And we got to take care of our producers as well, man. We got producers that have kids and families, and you know what? All of a sudden, boom, you're told, no school tomorrow, no school Friday.
Oh, yeah.
So follow us and on the Facebook, the Young and Norvelle Show. And I expect you folks to do that. Let's do some college football talk. We got a lot to get into, including kind of a neat story. I think it's a neat story out of UNLV, of all places. Guys, Patrick, you've heard the story. Brent, you've heard the story. UNLV is 3-0 right now. They're having a decent season, and there's talk. I even saw this a week ago that Memphis got beat. Somebody's going to get that group of 5. UNLV got mentioned as a group. They're 3-0.
Yes.
I saw them play they played on a Thursday or Friday the other night.
Right, yeah.
Watched them for a few minutes. This quarterback, Sluka, I think his name is, he's basically holding out. He said, I am not playing anymore for UNLV. They're 3-0. He's a starting quarterback, and he's good. And, guys, the way I see it, this is pro football. It happens in the NFL all the time. Emmitt Smith held out for 3 games. Name players. Guys hold out when they're professionals if they feel like what they were promised wasn't delivered. Patrick, I'll let you go first. What are your initial thoughts? And there's still story coming out in this, I think. But bottom line is, he says, I quit playing because you promised me. The word is $100,000, and they've paid him like $3,000.
I just don't understand why UNLV. Maybe I wish we get more context. I'm wondering, did he give them adequate time after the verbal thing and say, all right, if you guys don't pay, I'm not going to play. and maybe they didn't take him seriously, and maybe he
Yeah.
gave them a deadline to get. I get it, man, and I hate that the kid's getting so much criticism because if any one of us were searching for a job and we were promised in that interview process $100,000, and then we came in, started working the job,
Yeah.
doing very well, and our check did not match up to that, we would say, all right, either you guys fix this or I'm out of here.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm curious too on the other side because I know you can get your red shirt taken off at any time to go back and play. Like, is he just trying to force the issue now? Like, I truly think this should not, and I'm not going to say $100,000 isn't a lot of money.
Yeah.
But you're telling me there's no way UNLV couldn't have come up with a payment plan, something to figure this thing out? Come on now.
Brent, overall thoughts. Good stuff, Pat. Brent, overall thoughts.
I agree, Pat. The other thought here is, what if the guy who's quarterbacking now gets hot and leads them to a few victories? Even if they settle it, is this guy's job guaranteed when he comes back?
Yeah. And
no, it wouldn't be. No.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys
are you willing to take that risk as a coach and as an organization?
Yeah.
When you've got a guy that's great. I mean, I say great, but I don't know. They're 3-0. Who's talking about UNLV before they were 3-0?
Yeah.
Nobody.
Yeah, it's interesting. I know I was on social a little bit today, and it does feel like John Q. Public is leaning toward UNLV a little more, but I think that's natural. The public, I think, it still wants the Pollyanna amateur football at college level. Remember during the offseason we said, guys, we've got to work on everybody's mindset. There is no more college football Pollyanna amateur. They are professional players.
Yes.
What's also hurting this, and people are saying the NCAA has got to step in. This has got to step. Well, the NCAA can't do anything until they become employees. Mm-hmm. That's still the big hurdle.
That's still a year or two away.
Until the players are employees and there's a hard contract and an enforceable contract.
And Terry, now that I just thought about it, it's illegal what the coach technically supposed to be illegal for the assistant coach or any coach. You still can't. You have to go through with the collectives.
Yeah.
Because schools have not nationally been granted to pay players to come. They all do it through a collective or something else. So this dude broke the rules.
Yeah.
In making that verbal commitment.
Yeah. Well, I'm with you there. I also read some stuff on social, guys, and they were saying, my God, 3 games in and he's doing this now. Why not wait? No. Well, you would imagine the deal, if there was a deal, okay, it's the deal wasn't cut on the first day of the season when the ball was being kicked off. You would imagine that the deal was cut weeks before, so it wasn't like 3. People are saying 3. It's probably been 2 or 3 months.
They had a deal probably after spring practice.
Or spring practice. Yes. I think this, and guys, you remember I've said, and I'm going to keep saying it, once this all becomes employees, they're there is no Pollyanna college amateurs anymore. You got to quit thinking like that, number one. Number two, when they all become paid athletes at their respective schools, or when that all works out in their contracts and all, everything you have seen in the NFL with player team money arguments is going to happen. There's going to be holdouts. I kept trying to tell you this. The hot shot, and it's not always going to be UNLV. There will be times when the starting quarterback at Auburn, and Auburn's good, and he starts getting in a blanking match with Auburn. It's the same as Emmitt Smith and Jerry Jones.
Well, the problem's really going to be is when we get to the playoffs.
Sure.
And one of these players has got the playoff leverage, or so he thinks, on his side in order to get what he wants. Also, now look, this House versus NCAA, that is going back.
Get tired of this.
I agree. That's basically going back to the attorneys. I've got to meet again with the judge and get that settled. But I mean, the utopia for them is everyone gets a $21 million.
That's salary cap.
Yeah, that's not happening yet. But as we said, within 2 or 3 years, it is. Well, what's this guy going to do in the meantime?
Yeah, it's real interesting, Pat. I know you said that to me, and I'd already seen it hour or two ago. But it's interesting.
Yeah.
It is, and this may be one of these you look back and go, hey, you remember the UNLV quarterback, and that kind of helped. That helped step A get to step B, and step B to get to step C. Patrick Young talking to you and Zach Rothrock right now. We're not sure about Thursday, Friday shows. Do you have your 3-pack of picks? We probably need to do those today.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
You're going to say no, right? Here we go.
Oh yeah.
No,
There we go.
I
Here we
never
go.
got ready this early.
Benita, he didn't do his homework like I assigned him. All right, can you try and get your 3 picks in? Zach Rothrock.
Yeah, I got the 3 picks.
How much more to do? I think I lost 25.
All right, let's go over the points. And this is how I had them from last week.
I'm pretty sure I lost 25.
It wasn't pretty. We're doing this 100 down thing, we'll call it, right? Last week, it wasn't pretty for the 3 of us combined.
Damn.
Last week, I had a -10, and that knocked me down to 110. So I'm still on the plus side. Patrick, last week, I had you at a -20.
Okay.
Which knocks you down to 40.
$40.
You're upside down 60.
God.
But it's early. It's early, Patrick. Zach Rothrock from the Low Country. The Gamecock world.
I'm not from the Low Country. I mean, do you even know where the Low Country is?
No, I just like to say that when I
not from the
say
Low
South
Country.
Carolina. All right, Zach Rothrock from the High Country
Yeah.
in South
That's what it's called.
Carolina.
Upper State.
Patrick, I want you to hear this too. Zach Rothrock, last week I have you coming in with a -30.
Yeah, you're supposed to pick the team that's going to lose, right? Just like golf.
This is not an inverse.
Oh.
So Zach,
Man, I thought I was on a heater, man. That's crazy.
so Zach, I've got you at 40.
You and me both. I was the first one to get a -30, and there you are, Zach. Terry's unscathed.
Yeah, I was under the impression that
Zach,
was a
I've
goal.
got you. You've got 45 left, starting from
Yeah.
100.
All right.
Patrick, you got 40, but we did let Zach jump in, so I'm gonna call y'all tied, okay? And
If we run out, what are we gonna do?
I'm at 110. If you run out, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm the best. I'm the best. Number one. I don't know what you guys are gonna do. So how about that? I'm gonna even throw my 3 picks out now. I'll let you all start thinking, and we got to get them on before the end of the show.
Mhm.
Let's do this segment, and you can hear my 3 picks. Here's what I'm this week, and Brent, you know how we play, right? We pick 3 games against the spread.
Right.
All right, game number 1 for Terry. I'm going to go to the. I like what's going on in Nebraska. I know they lost a game recently. I like what's going on in Nebraska. The Big Red, they travel to Purdue. I don't like what's going on in Purdue.
No.
No. I will take a road.
Did you see, Terry? Did you see the interception that with Purdue had? It was a little out route, or like a little swing pass to the running back. It was a terrible throw, but it bounced off of his foot into the air, where the defender intercepted it and scored a touchdown.
Against Purdue or for Purdue?
Against Purdue.
That's how you're Purdue. That's why you're Purdue.
Yeah, that's why you're
Vanderbilt.
Off his foot, not touching the ground.
All right, so pick number 1. Give me the road team giving up. Nebraska's giving 9.5, so my team's got to win by 10 or more. I'll take Nebraska on the road at Purdue. Like, don't like, no.
Well, look,
I don't like it, man.
I think Nebraska's significantly better than Purdue.
All right, and I'm going to put I'm putting 10 on that. I'm putting 10. My second game, I'm staying in the old SEC, but it's the new SEC, but I want to call it the old SEC. Auburn Tigers. I don't like anything about or around the Auburn football program right now. The Auburn football program feels like the Jaguars.
Yeah, it does.
Off the field, on the field. There's stuff going on off the field. I don't like what Freeze is saying about a team. Auburn is at home again. They are hosting Oklahoma. Oklahoma is favored by 2.5. I'll take the road team again. Give me Oklahoma beating Auburn by more than 2.5.
Auburn can't score.
That's what I think.
Listen, the most ludicrous thing we've seen or heard so far this week is Hugh Freeze saying if we played Arkansas, we'd 9 times we'd beat them 9
Easy,
times.
Huey.
What?
Huey.
What was he smoking weed when
Huey.
he said that?
Huey.
What in the world?
All right, boys, my last one, and I'm on the board. Y'all can do what y'all want. If you don't turn them in, you get -30 each. That's all I'm gonna say. If toe meets leather, on high noon, minus 30. All right, my last game, Brent Beaird. I'm going to go out west a little bit. Arizona, Jed Fish is gone. He's at Washington.
Right.
They got the guy from San Jose State. I think a decent coach. Arizona kind of rebuilding after Fish took off. They're on the road at Utah. I love Utah.
I do too.
Gritty win without their starting quarterback on the road over a good Oklahoma State team last week. Give me Utah, the home team. Utah is minus 11.5, so I got to win by a couple touchdowns, it looks like. But I will take Utah at home, getting away from Arizona before it's over. What do you think of that one?
I like it. There's no way in the world that Arizona is as tough as Utah is on the line.
I don't think so.
Is Arizona undefeated?
Say that again?
Arizona, are they 3-0 right now too?
No, I don't think so. I definitely don't. I think they're 2-2, 3-1. They're not undefeated, I know. And Utah is 4-0. That was a good win for Utah. Utah's good.
I got a
All right, we'll lose you a little bit, Pat. Hey, I tell you what, Pat, let's go ahead and take our first break. Maybe your car will get in another area. We'll catch up with you. One down, long way to go. It is a pre-hurricane edition of the Young and Norvelle Show. Patrick Young, Terry Norvelle, even Zach Rothrock. He's hanging around in the Low Country. He's dialed us up from the Low Country in South Carolina. He's producing this award-winning show. One down, a long way to go. Hey, man, it's going to be fun the rest of the evening. It's clouding up. Is this the stuff coming in?
We may get a little bit of it
tonight. It's clouding up here. It's crowding up here inside at Twin Peaks. The girls are out and taking good care of you. I had a lunch meeting here today. I've been here all day, Brent Beaird.
You can spend the night tonight.
I had a wonderful lunch meeting today at Twin Peaks.
Good.
And I had the avocado hamburger. Ooh,
I bet that was good.
And the two guys I was with meeting, they both ordered the chicken fried steak entree. And I told them, I said, before you order a real entree here at Twin Peaks,
right,
it's a lot of food. Be hungry. It's 2 boxes to go. They had 2 boxes. So Twin Peaks will be fun today. It'll be fun tomorrow also with a little hurricane party. Good place to start making plans. Take the day off and stay safe, but have a good time. Let's take a break here. Brent Beaird, Terry Norvelle, Patrick Young, and you when we come back. The Young and Norvelle Show right here on Action Sports Jacks.
At Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, we know pain and injuries can stop you from doing what you love. This is why our board-certified orthopedic specialists offer the latest in both non-surgical and surgical treatment options and create a treatment plan tailored to your unique lifestyle and goals. So, whether it is a sports injury or that nagging pain that's keeping you from doing what you love, our team has the right treatment for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Bricks Jack's Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Bricks Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Bricks Jack's Beach.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
The Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network is streaming. I'm Stuart Weber, and I'm here to teach you a nice 3-step process on how you can watch all your favorite programming from the Brent and Austin Show every weekday 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. or the Cup Date with me. It's fantastic. We talk NASCAR. It's a great time. Wednesdays at 1 o'clock. All right, first step, easy. Download the Action News Jacks app. You probably already have it downloaded on your phone, so you might already have that one taken care of. Step 2, see that stack of pancakes up there? You click that stack of pancakes, and it's going to bring down step number 3, which is a full screen of all the different streams that you can click on, including the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 stream. You click that, the video's rocking and rolling on your mobile device, you're watching all the shows you want to, and you're having a good time. You can also do it on your smart TV with the Action News Jacks Now app. I do it on my Samsung TV at home. It's a great way to watch it on a nice, large screen for all the content. That's the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network. Hope you can find it.
You trust CGC to make your water great, and now you can trust CGC with your plumbing needs as well. Fast, convenient scheduling, licensed and insured. A quick call away at 904-552-1242.
You never know when you're going to have an issue with a shower, toilet, or maybe it's a sink that sometimes is easy to fix. All right, let's be honest. I'm not fixing anything. I'm totally staging this because when I have a plumbing problem, I call CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing.
Trained professionals, transparent pricing, customer satisfaction. Small problem or even a bigger issue. Maybe you need a new tankless water heater or something a bit more intricate. The experts with 25 years of experience at CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing can do it all. Call 904-552-1242 or visit cgcwater.com. That's 904-552-1242 or cgcwater.com. CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing, an authorized independent Connecticut dealer. Florida license number CFC 1432579.
Again, let me follow up on the lunch I had today right here at Twin Peaks. It's Wednesday. We're at Twin Peaks. Brent Beaird, Terry Norvelle. We got Patrick Young dialed up. He's getting in a better cell area. Wonderful meal. I had the avocado turkey burger with some green beans. Really good. My two colleagues I was meeting with here at Twin Peaks, they were very, very happy. They've been to one out of the area, but never here. The Twin Peaks girls were wonderful. We had a great meeting. Considered if you're in the Kernan, Atlantic area, looking for it's a big place here. Big place, plenty of parking. Not going to have any of these issues with parking, which is terrible when you're trying to pick a lunch spot Monday through Friday. So consider it. I'm telling you, great food, great service, great hospitality. Twin Peaks at the intersection of Atlantic and Kernan. Apologies to Patrick Young. Yes, Arizona is 2-0. I will still take Utah, and I wouldn't bat an eye at that. Went to the doctor today, fellas. Doctor today. Literally, and this is everybody in the listening and viewing audience, or anybody knows me, knows I'm a tough guy. Wouldn't you agree with that, Brent? Tough guy, Terry?
Oh, yeah, no doubt about it.
I, around midnight, was awakened, and you ever have pain bring you to your knees?
Absolutely. Do you have a cramp?
Well, I've been battling, and Doc, we're going to talk about this in the 5 o'clock hour with Dr. Bates from Southeast Orthopedic Specialist a little bit. We also want to talk about Christian McCaffrey. What a strange situation. Goes to Germany to get treated. You wonder what
we don't have medicine here.
Yeah, and what is your hotshot team doctors think?
Yeah, boy.
Oh, here we go. There we go. Catching back up here.
For those dealing with pain from a sports injury, arthritis, or spine condition, Southeast Orthopedic Specialists offers innovative new non-surgical options. Our regenerative medicine treatments, including platelet-rich plasma and other regenerative treatments, use your body's own restorative cells to aid in treating injuries. These procedures are performed in our offices and typically require minimal downtime. If you want to get back to doing what you love, our regenerative treatment options may be right for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Bricks Jack's Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Bricks Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Bricks Jack's Beach.
Since 1936, Procter Ace has been proudly helping Jacks with all your home and garden projects. Whether you need tools, paint, plumbing supplies, or expert advice, we've got what you need to get the job done right. Looking to brighten your yard? Visit our garden center for plants, tools, and everything to make your outdoor space flourish. You're not just shopping here, you're part of our community. So come in today and let us help you tackle your next project with a smile. After all,
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
When I say it means something to me, gentlemen, it means something to me.
High school football is back and it's bigger than ever. Welcome to the Friday Night Zone Blitz.
It is bigger than a game.
Watch the biggest games each week live as the action unfolds with instant reaction and analysis from our Hall of Famer, Kevin Sullivan. It starts with live look-ins at the top matchups, including our Jaguars Prep Whataburger Game of the Week, and that is just the beginning of 4 straight hours of coverage. From 8 to 10:30, the Friday Night Zone Blitz is streaming on our Action News Jax app and online. At 10:30, the Friday Night Blitz you know and love. A half hour of highlights from around the area. 11 o'clock, we shine the spotlight on the bands that pump up the crowd. 11:15, it's time to blitz through the highlights online and on air. Then 11:35, back to the stream to break down the night's results with reaction from local coaches. 4 straight hours of high school football on the Friday Night Zone Blitz. Only on Action Sports Jax 24/7.
Baker Sports is local sports. Uniforms from Pop Warner and Little League to travel ball, high school, and college. They make you look good. They help you play good. Baker Sports has been helping families make memories that will last a lifetime with their Baker's Buckets. We've got a lot of these filled with baseballs and softballs in the garage. I've been throwing batting practice to Ty and Kaylee for years and also sit on the Baker's Bucket, catching Kaylee while she practices her pitching. Baker Sports is homegrown, and a lot of employees that used to play on local ball fields now work for Baker Sports, now helping you look good, play good, and make memories of your own. Visit Bakersport.com to see what Baker Sports can do for you. Custom apparel, Nike, Under Armour, Adidas, embroidery, screen printing, and more. Baker Sports is local sports from Jacksonville to anywhere in the Southeast. Bakersport.com.
Until 6 o'clock, the Young and Norvelle show. Terry Norvelle, Patrick Young is going to join us momentarily. And, of course, Brent Beaird sits in with us many Wednesdays here. Brent, let's get back to college football. To heck with my ailments. I started talking about my ailments, and the show went in a handbasket. We hear you. Be quiet. I'll call on you.
No.
Which there he is. Are you back home? Looks like you're home. All right.
I'm settled.
I want to apologize to you, Patrick Young. Arizona is 2-0, undefeated.
Nice.
You
there
are
we go.
absolutely correct. Guys, real quick, I want to get back to college football. Have we heard any big cancellations yet, or are we going to? Brent, do you think the games are Saturday, the big ones?
Yes.
The biggest one is Tuscaloosa's Northern Alabama, right?
Well, the great thing is this thing's moving really fast.
Okay.
So, I mean, by Friday, it looked like it may even be in Chattanooga.
Okay.
Something like that. So that would be above.
So we should be okay with the majority of our college football, you think?
I think so.
And Patrick, we talked about this before. The NFL, they don't allow weather to affect them. NFL. Hey, when's the last time you were at NFL Stadium and they said lightning within 8 miles?
Yeah.
Well, hey, NFL, they dominate. They don't let weather mess with them.
Absolutely.
They moved a playoff game because of snow last year. The Buffalo.
Did they?
Yeah.
A snow game, and I think people were complaining about that, weren't they?
Yeah.
NFL doesn't play, man. Isn't it amazing though? The NFL, and I know they've got dome stadiums, but they got a lot of still open air stadiums. Mm-hmm. You never ever college football every season, the first 2 or 3 weeks. Brent, you can speak to this. Yes. There are lightning delays, probably 100 across the particular Southeast in 3 weeks.
It's like the Kentucky game, their first game of the year. They only played 2.5 quarters and
shut it down.
So they missed game.
That rarely, if ever, happens in the open air Southern stadiums,
really?
And they play the day after. Mm-hmm. You're like, the NFL doesn't put up with it.
Oh,
Patrick, NFL does not put up with the weather.
They still find value in making guys play in -4 degree weather games. It makes no sense.
Which to me, when weather's like that in football. And I know the old adage, which I don't agree, football's tough.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any athletic determination made when it's snowy and 4 degrees.
And you can't feel the ball.
And your team did not slip as much as my team.
Yeah.
Does that mean you're any better? Or your team wasn't able to catch an icy football better than my guys?
It's terrible for your fan base, too.
I agree. Guys, college football, we're at the quarter pole roughly, right? Most teams have played 3 games.
Yes.
Some 4.
Yes.
Utah's 4-0, I think. Some of them are 4-0. Guys, quarter pole college football, surprises for the good and disappointments. I'll throw a few out. You guys throw a few out. Surprises. I think Arkansas has been a pleasant surprise.
Yeah.
I didn't see it coming. Did you, Patrick?
Not necessarily, no. I thought they would have been washed up, and this was going to be Sam Pittman's last year.
Same here. Can Bobby Petrino rehab his image enough for a big Power 4 job, not a lower level? Can he? He's doing great things with that offense.
He is. And look, if he hangs around another year or two, he may get the job.
He may get the job.
But may not even have to move.
I know, Pat, you've been saying that about Sam Pittman for 3 weeks now. You said, man, I did not see Sam Pittman coming out of the gate like this. Man, their offense looks good. They play hard for Pittman.
They really do.
Yeah, I think his players absolutely love him.
Yeah, and he seems lovable, doesn't he?
I just like, why were they so bad last year?
I know.
The previous year, KJ Jefferson's, I guess that would have been his sophomore year. They were a really good team. They were tough. They were tough. They made a bowl game. They beat all the rivals, Missouri, whoever, because they got, they had 3 of those games that are like,
they got 3 of those, LSU, Missouri.
Yes.
Yes.
And
Ole Miss thing.
Yeah, something like that. Exactly. And then last year, they were just abysmal.
Yeah.
A&M this week.
Oof, they can win that game.
And then Tennessee.
Yeah. Well, they can win and go 4-1. Hey, you go represent, play a good game at Tennessee. Then what do they have?
Did A&M bring the guy, the starter back out, or
I think they kept Marcel. They kept Marcel in the.
I think they want Connor Weigman to really get healthy before they bring.
I don't know if I bring him back, man.
I don't know, man. Reed is good.
He did, man. He really looked good. But Arkansas has been fun, a good surprise. I'll tell you another good surprise. I've kind of jumped on these guys because I saw them before it happened. I said, man, I think BC is going to beat Florida State. Boston College has been Bill O'Brien. Don't forget now, he's inherited that roster. That's not his roster. He inherited that roster, that little quarterback scrappy.
Yes.
You agree with that? I think they're 3-1 and they played Missouri off their feet in Missouri.
They would be 26, 27, 28 in the country.
How about
that? They are receiving votes, yes.
Yeah. And again, they had a shot to beat Missouri in that game at Missouri.
Absolutely,
good game.
they did.
Good game.
Yeah.
You agree with that, Pat? You and I watched a lot of that BC-Missouri game in Gainesville, and that was a good game. Hell of a game.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt gave Missouri a great run this past.
Oh, yeah, Vanderbilt. Oh, we'll get to Vanderbilt in a little bit.
Yeah.
I'll tell you another team I hope people are watching. I think this team is 4-0. And I think, off the top of my head, I think Kaylee Satake is still at BYU. Don't look now. BYU's playing good football.
They are. Yeah. Yeah, they're 22 in the poll.
Wow. I'm going to lump 2 teams together. I think you guys both will say surprises for the good. And we go to the Big Ten. This makes the Big Ten tough this year. Tougher, I should say. Illinois, really good start to the year. And Indiana under Cignetti.
Yeah.
Cignetti has taken Indiana to like 3 or 4-0.
Cignetti was on that Alabama staff a while back, which makes that impressive. Illinois plays Penn State this weekend.
Game. Big ranked game, at Penn State. And Illinois got a shot at that game.
They do.
They're good.
It just sucks for Penn State. If they win that game, it doesn't push them up forward.
You're right.
In the rankings. They're still going to be at number 9.
You're right. And, Patrick, I'm glad you brought that up. You make a really good point about Penn State, and that's a roundabout point at James Franklin. James Franklin's biggest issue, he doesn't win the big games.
True.
Right? And, Pat, you make a great point. Illinois is ranked, I've got it somewhere 19th or whatever. This would be a top
19th,
20. Yeah, this would be a top 20 win.
Yeah, it would
but James Franklin has stumbled so much when he plays Ohio State, Michigan, the big boys in the bowl game, right? A win over 19 doesn't appease his fan base.
Right.
He's got to go beat the 4th-ranked team that he never does, the 3rd-ranked team.
Exactly. Yeah, but the thing, look, the playoff situation being the way that it is,
yeah,
they can get in the playoff now where they're with their typical 9-3 or 10-2.
Yeah, 10-2. Pat, were you the one?
They definitely can beat Michigan this year, even
I agree.
if it's on the road. I don't think they'll beat Ohio State, but I'm not sure if they play Oregon. Oregon's they're. Have you watched any Oregon games yet? By chance?
Yes, a little bit here and there.
They look as obviously not as good as last year, because I feel like I would know if they were as good as last year.
Yeah, they're developing on offense.
Number 8.
Yeah, they're developing on offense. Pat, were you the one that pointed out Indiana to me a week or two ago? Somebody, and I had to kind of look them up, and I go,
I said something, but I didn't look up. I didn't look them up.
And if you guys remember, it was only about 2 or 3 years ago. Indiana had things going under Tom Allen, and then it went sideways, totally sideways. But Kirk Cignetti and his dad, that's a legacy name, right?
It is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys have any more. If you guys have any more surprises, college football on the good side, Pat or Brent Beaird.
I would say. Now I think people thought Tennessee would be a top 20 team. I don't think people thought they'd be a top 5, Pat.
I mean,
I really don't.
Agree, Pat?
Oh, agreed, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I would say for me, Miami.
Yeah.
I saw you saying that. To see that they're actually handedly taking care of business.
Yeah.
I guess the surprise on the negative side, on the bad.
Yeah, let's
side,
get to that.
Well, that's Notre Dame.
Yep. That was an ugly loss, a crushing loss with those
obviously
guys.
Florida State.
Florida State's on my list.
Probably number 1.
I got them number 1. I got it ranked 10th in the country. And who saw it going that sideways?
And look, they've got SMU this week.
Good luck with that.
In my starters, I've got Clemson next week, guys. So it's not going to get any better for them.
And, Clemson is tippy-toeing a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And, Patrick, Clemson is tippy-toeing behind the scenes and getting bigger and bigger.
They scored over 50 last
and bigger. You wonder, okay, we need the competition to pick up a little bit.
Well,
Clemson's kind of quietly tippy-toeing, and I think they're, do they have Notre Dame? I think they may have Notre Dame.
But by the way, Florida State's averaging 13.9 points a game.
And by the way, that's not going to win in Dallas Saturday night against SMU.
Not.
I think FSU really needs to address quarterback. Florida State won a football game last Saturday night somehow with 14 points and under 300 yards.
7 sacks is how they did.
Yeah, they won it with 7 sacks, and Cal really gave that game away. They missed 2 field goals under 40 yards. Guys, Auburn, I didn't think they were going to be great. I didn't think the wheels were falling off. I'm putting Auburn as a disappointment.
No question.
And Kentucky. I don't think Kentucky was ever going to be a playoff type team, but I kind of thought Stoops was always going to kind of stay in that 8-9. He's got to go to get 8-9.
They could win 6 or 7 and continue that string of bowl games. Vandergriff is doing, I think, okay. They had a great game against Georgia. With that, but look, the thing you said about Auburn is, look, Freeze is on the hot. Well, okay, I'm not going to say that. He's not on the hot seat.
Getting there.
But if they continue to play, they may look. That might be a 4-win tean this year, or 5-win team.
That's going to be ugly on the Plains, Pat. If Hugh Freeze year 2 is 4, and you know what, Pat, that would be an ugly 4-win. I know all 4 wins are ugly, but you know what I mean, Pat. That could be a wheels look like it fell off with the program 4 wins.
It's heading that way.
Yeah, it really is.
I haven't seen anything slow that train down. It's going pretty fast.
Oklahoma plays Auburn this week. Next week, Auburn, Georgia.
Woo! I tell you,
Terry, that Oklahoma, that pick. I know you don't have any faith in Auburn, but Oklahoma's a wounded dog right now, man.
You can take that game in the reverse if you want. That's up to you.
I'm not confident because it's a trap. It could be a trap because Auburn could somehow pull a rat out of their area and be great. But Oklahoma with Jackson Arnold, he's probably all mentally not confident right now, and their offense couldn't score until they brought in the backup. Like it was so.
Okay. He can take Auburn. Man. Speaking of Auburn, and I got to do a quick research here. Can anybody find me? I might have it written down. who Michigan's playing this week? Can anybody find Michigan real quick? I think they're at home playing, and I hope they are at home playing because I'm going to use them as an example and see if you guys.
Minnesota.
In Ann Arbor. Do you see that part? Michigan.
It's in Minnesota.
At Minnesota.
Oh, it's at Minnesota. Okay. Well, I'll just leave only Auburn.
Big noon game.
Big noon. Oh, yeah, big noon, Minnesota, Michigan. There you go. But I was going to say this, and I'll leave it at just Auburn. Does Auburn ever play a road game?
They're
home again, right?
They are home again. They have 0 home games in October.
Oh my God!
That's the silliest thing I've ever seen in the schedule.
And Patrick, Brent, a team that's scuffling right out of the gate in September. The last thing you want to do is have no games at home in October.
They did. They took that gamble and it's backfired.
Oh my God! You know what? You brought that up the other day. Shame on me. I wrote that down because I went, "Damn, Auburn's at home again."
Yes. Yeah. 5 straight home games.
Oh,
zero home games in October.
Man. I'm going to leave one more on the big disappointment so far. And this is almost kind of a carbon copy to me of Penn State and James Franklin. USC and Lincoln Riley, they got to win a big game. Lincoln Riley's got to win a big game. He plays in big games. Does he win any big games?
Really disappointing that loss to Michigan.
Should have won.
And had a pick 6 to go along with it, too.
Yeah. Am I wrong about Lincoln Riley and USC? I think they're the West Coast Penn State. They're always ranked high. Yeah. They get their 2 or 3 big games, and they don't win them. They got to beat somebody with a single-digit ranking next to their name, right? I don't know. What are your thoughts, Pat, on USC and Lincoln Riley? All bark, it seems like. They're just not.
Yeah. I mean, they have some good plays. They just can't stop anybody.
Yeah. Defense was tough early, really bad early.
Yeah.
Giving up big runs.
Maybe it's a bad marriage. I don't know.
I don't know, but
he's a great football mind. He's a maybe he's a guy that should just be an OC and not a head coach.
Yeah, good point. Good.
OCs make a lot of great money too.
Yeah.
And listen, you've heard a little bit of this talk about Lincoln Riley to Florida. No.
Ooh.
No. Until he decides that he wants to play some defensive football.
I'm glad you said that.
He needs to stay where he is
right now. And I do have Oklahoma winning over Auburn, and yes, Oklahoma only allowed 25 points to Tennessee, and I get that. That's an accomplishment. Right now, Oklahoma doesn't look like they've got the SEC edge at all.
No,
you better.
No,
you know what I mean by that? They don't have that right now.
When they had to replace their whole offensive line, I mean, all 5 guys, you had to replace your quarterback. So it's a struggle right now for them.
I don't know where to put Notre Dame. I think Pat mentioned Notre Dame as well. They've lost 1 game. It was an ugly loss. The thing that's killing Notre Dame, and we'll wrap this up and go to break. The thing that's killing Notre Dame is they've got that ugly loss. But going in, we knew they had we were talking about their schedules 4 months ago.
Yes.
A terribly weak schedule. And to compound it, the reason I put Notre Dame as a big disappointment, did you see where Northern Illinois lost?
Mm-hmm.
So that crushes that loss. And USC losing doesn't. The only big team they could beat would have been an undefeated USC. They got nothing. Notre Dame has no pelts on their schedule unless Louisville comes out. You think Louisville's going to be 3rd in the country when they play them?
No, but in that game's coming up. Louisville could beat them.
Yeah, Louisville can beat them, but nobody else. Notre Dame.
No.
If Notre Dame ran the table and went 11-1, the way I think all the teams are going to play out around the country, I would have trouble putting them in the top 12.
They've got Southern Cal at the end of the year.
Where's that game?
And that game is at USC. But so if Southern Cal at that point is, I don't know what, 8-3.
Yeah. What does that mean?
They'd be in the top 25, but that'd be it.
Yeah. And then if you're in that damn spot, though, Patrick, if you're Notre Dame and you need a big game and you run into Southern Cal at the end of the year, as they're going to, and Southern Cal's 8-3, Notre Dame, you've got to win it. But if you win it, you just made it 8-4.
Yeah.
So it's almost a negative win.
Sure.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
A negative win?
Well, if they knock a loss on USC, and USC then has 4 losses, you're like, God, did we help ourselves?
Well,
it's a weird set. but don't get in that position.
It's
the
at least
issue.
a neutral win, because your point is,
don't lose to Northern Illinois is the moral of the story.
Say that again. Yeah, don't lose to
Northern Illinois.
That's true.
Don't lose to Northern Illinois, even though right now I think the worst spot in college football history might have been in that game. What about that spot against Northern Illinois on the first down that they didn't get?
Yes.
God, that was terrible. All right, Pat, let's take a break. Hey, Pat, start thinking about your games, Patrick. Start thinking about your game.
No. Okay.
Or you can just quit. Do you just want to quit? You can just quit.
I won't quit until I run out of money.
Thank goodness it's not real money. Zach Rothrock, start thinking about your games, Zach. Start thinking about your games. Or now, you guys could just concede the season to me right now. Whatever you guys want. Take a break. We'll figure out if y'all got an answer to that. Closing in on hour number 1, we'll talk to Dr. Aaron Bates, of course, from Southeast Orthopedic Specialist. We do it every Wednesday. I'm real curious as we break, guys. I wonder what Dr. Bates has thought, and maybe I'm reading too much in this. Christian McCaffrey, the often injured running back for the 49ers, he got on a plane and went to Germany to seek treatment for his Achilles. I wonder what high-end professional people, organizations such as the 49ers medical staff, now, do you think they told him to do that? Or did he say, isn't that saying, let me go get the best treatment I can? I'm not getting the best treatment.
Well, he's got money, but will your insurance cover that?
I don't know. Going to Germany for the Achilles. What does that tell you to your team doctors? And the NFL doesn't skip pennies on anything.
I'm interested to talk to Dr. Bates about it too, because PRP was something that was banned in the United States.
Is that right? Wow, interesting.
I believe, and that's what Kobe Bryant went over to Germany to get.
Interesting angle, Patrick. Interesting angle. That angle, and just the NFL is the NFL. When do they skimp on anything? You would think that they have the best.
What can you say to Christian McCaffrey? The guy, it's not like he's a voice. He's like, hey, I want to be out there, and I'm going to spend my own money to figure out if there's something else I can do. You think they're going to?
I don't know. I don't know. Your PRP is interesting, or any medical that may be performed, because I mean, other countries do other medical procedures that aren't approved, right? And vice versa.
Yeah,
Patrick, interesting. Keep that angle, buddy, for the second hour. Say a quick break, come back, reset, and got a lot of topics to get to, including what a weird baseball potential ending to the season with this weather, and they need to get the games in. Great win by the Braves last night.
Tremendous win.
Great win.
They need to do it again tonight.
Let's squeeze in some baseball when we come back. The Young and Norvelle Show broadcasting live, as you can hear and see, from Twin Peaks at the intersection of Kernan and Atlanta.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Bricks Jack's Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Bricks Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Bricks Jack's Beach.
For over 20 years, Southeast Orthopedic Specialists has been providing the highest level of orthopedic and spine care to patients throughout Northeast Florida. Now, we're making that same great care even more convenient with Southeast Orthopedic Specialists Direct, a walk-in clinic where you can be seen for pain or injuries with no appointment needed. Staffed by orthopedic physicians and specialists, we offer everything from diagnosis and treatment to imaging and bracing, all with no appointment needed. For more information, hours, and locations, visit our website.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
Hey everyone, Olivia Tasley here from Action Sports Jacks to tell you all the different ways you can watch our new 24/7 network. 3 easy steps. You don't even need a pen and paper to write it down. Step number 1, download the app. Search Action News Jacks in your app store either on your phone or your smart TV. Then, once you're on the app, click on that little drop-down menu in the upper left-hand corner with the 3 little lines. That'll show you these options, and boom, right here, click Action Sports Jacks 24/7, and you will be brought to our continuous stream channel. That app can be accessed through all these different platforms. Whether you have Roku, Fire TV, Smart TV, Apple TV, or Google TV, you can find our app. Now, if you don't have access to the app, don't worry, we still got you covered. We're across all social media platforms from Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube, Twitch. We have a podcast channel. Plus, check out our short reels on our TikTok. Action Sports Jacks 24/7. It's on all the time and everywhere.
Summertime means sizzling sales at Nimnick Buick GMC. The #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville has lots of inventory to choose from with their best price guarantee. Nimnick never charges above MSRP. You can save up to $10,000 off select new GMC Sierras or get rates as low as 1.9%.
You know, I'm a truck guy. GMC Sierra, my trim level is an SLT. This one's an Elevation. Pretty good looking color as well. So here at Nimnick Buick GMC, you have a lot to pick from. My father-in-law, he drives this, an Enclave, so I feel like that GMC in the family. 2025 is coming around the corner, which means it's almost time to close out those 2024s this summer.
You can schedule a test drive at NimnickBuickGMC.com, and while you're there, check your trade value and customize your payment options. Nimnick is there for you, even on Sundays. Visit the showroom on Phillips Highway or shop online at NimnickBuickGMC.com. Nimnick, your friends in the car business since 1941. GMC, we are professional grade.
Had some clean sky there for a while when we were coming back after about 4 weeks of cloudy sky, but it looks like Patrick, I'm thinking that storm's moving in. So we'll let me review, Pat, real quick. Tomorrow we may have a special show on Facebook only. We're going to kind of shut everything down. I'll mess around. So listen, if you are out there and you consume our show on any of the social platforms, and we got about 12, I think, out there. If you do not use our show Facebook, go ahead and follow us. Get hooked up, because I may put a show on tomorrow from home. I'm not positive, but if you have not followed our show Facebook, the Young and Norvelle Show, just bang that in your Facebook, follow it. And if I cook up a show for an hour, a special show or something, but we're definitely off tomorrow, and we'll keep you posted on Friday. Pat, did you follow the Braves last night? Man, what a win for the Braves. They win game number 1. They're hanging in there, a half a game out of the wild card right now.
Who they beat?
Mets. They got 2 more with the Mets.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. The big story is, will this weather screw up baseball? Because, it's a tight window. Baseball season ends Sunday. They like to have Monday off and start the playoffs Tuesday. But
oh, wow.
But what's going to happen if this storm comes through and backs up some games? You hate to have 2 teams playing a doubleheader Monday, and then the winner has to go play Tuesday. So, and they would have to travel. We
got to see if the White Sox are they going to be able to hold off history.
They won last night. They're fighting it. They're fighting it. They need 5 more straight wins. Can they do it?
No.
Can they do it?
They're lucky they're playing the Angels. The Angels are terrible.
Wouldn't you hate to be the Angels giving up that historic too many wins and they don't get it? Hate to be those.
You got an opportunity to look forward to something to celebrate as an Angels fan, I guess, or as an Angels player.
What a gutty win for the White Sox, though. They're sitting on 120 losses, the most in modern baseball history, and they fought it off. They only got to fight 5 more off, Patrick. They got to fight 5 more off. Man. Yeah. Hey, real quick, go to break. We don't have time to get into it because I know Dr. Bates is probably hooking up with us on the other side. I read a really neat article about Olivier Rio and Florida basketball, and it sounds like all the accommodations that Florida has made for him, the 7'9" kid at Florida, the walk-on basketball player. Todd Golden loves him. Sounds like the team loves him. His family, they sought out kind of the stuff you were talking about a year ago. they said, wait a minute, basketball is great, but what about all the other stuff in college? Are they going to be able to take care of him housing-wise and, shower and bathroom? And it really neat. It was a good article, man. And this guy, man, I hope he can fight off the fans. And Pat, you played in front of unruly fans. He's going to be, because of his size, they're going to pick at him. But I'll tell you this, Florida fan is going to love him. And I don't know how he plays. They're going to love him, aren't they?
The students are going to freak out.
Oh, they're going to love him. And I'm telling you, I saw him in a workout before the Miami game. They had the O'Connell Center open, and the team was working out before football. It was a great idea. There must have been 2,000 people. You could just walk in. I watched practice that day, and I don't know if he's going to play any. And Todd Golden intimated that this year. May not be quite ready. If you think this guy's 7'9" and can't tie his shoes or chew gum, you're wrong. This kid's coordinated. I mean, he can dribble, pass, run. Pat, you played basketball. I've seen tall guys. You've been around them your whole life. I mean, a lot of guys 6'5" can't chew gum and tie their shoe. This guy this guy's coordinated, Patrick. I'm telling you.
Year? Gosh. Yeah, he is coordinated. He is coordinated. You're right. Absolutely. No, it's he's once he gets tired, he's slow. His issue is he's not going to be able to go out there as a big guy like and play switching defense. He's not going to be able to keep any guard in front of him. He's not what's our guy with the Wemby. He's not Wemby.
Yeah.
He's not,
And I can't imagine
Wemby can have anybody in front of him with space and still be able to stop him. So,
and you got to believe he would get run off the court at times by the other big man. He would just 94 feet him to death, wouldn't he? Up and down the court. Yeah. All right, Pat, let's take a break. We hope to have Dr. Aaron Bates here on the air, hopefully. And I know he may be doing some stuff with this weather coming in, but we got some questions we want to throw Dr. Bates' way. Patrick, load up a couple as well. 1 hour down, 1 to go. We'll come back talking some ball and Townsend State football. You'll do that on every show, but we got to see how the Tigers did. I know. Let's talk about it with Dr. Bates on the other side from Southeast Orthopedic Specialist.
At Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, we know pain and injuries can stop you from doing what you love. This is why our board-certified orthopedic specialists offer the latest in both non-surgical and surgical treatment options and create a treatment plan tailored to your unique lifestyle and goals. So, whether it is a sports injury or that nagging pain that's keeping you from doing what you love, our team has the right treatment for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Bricks Jack's Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Bricks Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Bricks Jack's Beach.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
The Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network is streaming. I'm Stuart Weber, and I'm here to teach you a nice 3-step process on how you can watch all your favorite programming from the Brent and Austin Show every weekday 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. or the Cup Date with me. It's fantastic. We talk NASCAR. It's a great time. Wednesdays at 1 o'clock. All right, first step, easy. Download the Action News Jacks app. You probably already have it downloaded on your phone, so you might already have that one taken care of. Step 2, see that stack of pancakes up there? You click that stack of pancakes, and it's going to bring down step number 3, which is a full screen of all the different streams that you can click on, including the Action Sports Jax 24/7 stream. You click that, the video's rocking and rolling on your mobile device. You're watching all the shows you want to, and you're having a good time. You can also do it on your smart TV with the Action News Jax Now app. I do it on my Samsung TV at home. It's a great way to watch it on a nice, large screen for all the content. That's the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network. Hope you can find it.
You trust CGC to make your water great, and now you can trust CGC with your plumbing needs as well. Fast, convenient scheduling, licensed and insured. A quick call away at 904-552-1242.
You never know when you're going to have an issue with a shower, toilet, or maybe it's a sink that sometimes is easy to fix. All right, let's be honest. I'm not fixing anything. I'm totally staging this because when I have a plumbing problem, I call CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing.
Trained professionals, transparent pricing, customer satisfaction. Small problem or even a bigger issue. Maybe you need a new tankless water heater or something a bit more intricate. The experts with 25 years of experience at CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing can do it all. Call 904-552-1242 or visit cgcwater.com. That's 904-552-1242 or cgcwater.com. CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing, an authorized independent Connecticut dealer. Florida license number CFC 1432579.
Okay, hump day. You know what that means. We are set up live at Twin Peaks, the great restaurant here in, what do we call this? Sandalwood, Southside?
It is close to Sandalwood. You're
I
right.
always wondered this little area right here. Yeah. Arlington, no.
It's not quite the beach.
No, it's not. It's in that area, but it's at the intersection of Vernon and Atlantic. Patrick, any idea what we'd call this area here where Twin Peaks is at?
I mean, it's Kernan and Atlantic. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the beach. It's kind of not.
Will you move?
Arlington.
Will you move, please?
Not downtown.
Will you move? Your dog, no matter how polite you try to tell, they don't understand.
Yeah.
He's in the way of my fan. We're getting our AC new system installed, so we don't have the air on. So you need fan. And my dog just wants to stand right in front of it.
Hey, that dog ain't dumb.
Really?
That dog gonna hunt, boy. That dog ain't dumb.
He is not dumb.
I like it. Hey, we may or may not have Dr. Bates. Obviously, he's an orthopedic surgeon with a lot of stuff going on. He may have pushed up some extra surgeries and stuff. So if we don't, guys, I didn't get deep into my Patrick health problems. I had my first bout last night, and I hope last ever. My first bout.
With hemorrhoids?
With sciatica. Oh, I've heard stories about it. Oh, my God. Midnight, I was awakened. It felt like a samurai sword shoved down the back of my leg.
Absolutely.
I mean, I was near tears. It buckled me. It buckled me several times. Was at the doctor by 8 o'clock this morning, and Doc's going to be proud of me. I had self-diagnosed myself piriformis, which is a huge buttocks muscle that you can inflame that muscle. It sounded like, because I was only sore right in my left side near my waistline and all, and it sounded like piriformis. That big muscle gets irritated and it pushes on your sciatica, but that's what it is.
Look, I had that about a month ago, and I literally was on a cane for 3 days.
So that's what I had, Pat, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Last night, and it wasn't going away. This piriformis is what I think it was. It wasn't full sciatica. Mm-hmm. Midnight last night, I guess it inflamed enough where it said it is sciatica. Patrick, it woke me. It was shooting down my leg. So, and I'm a tough son of a gun, right, Pat? I'm tough.
Yeah. West Side.
He's a
West Side guy. Yeah.
Hey, Terry might have been fighting tears last night. I'm not going. Terry might have been on the floor, halfway on the bed.
I've had nerve pain. Yeah. Flare up on me from time to time in my back, like when I was in the hospital last year. Yeah. There's nothing easy about it. It is terrible.
Pat, I want you to speak to this, Brent, as well, because it sounds like you've had some of the sciatica. You're trying to find that magic. There might, if you're lucky, you can find a magic spot that takes but good luck finding that magic spot.
Did you roll on a tennis ball or something to try to? Yeah, did that help?
I've done that for 4 or 5 days. Oh, it hurts, but it hurts so good.
It really does.
But no, hot bath, ice. I probably took 3 or 4 warm baths last night. I got nice ice packs and all.
There's I mean, look, go on YouTube and type in because I've seen videos on Instagram. But go on YouTube and type in exercises to help sciatica pain.
I've done it, and none of them worked to knock it out last night. The doc did give me stuff to maybe tighten up exercises. But, man, that sciatica, hey, I've heard about it. If you're out there and you've had it, hey, I tip my hat to you, man. Woo.
Chiropractors were
that was like me making fun of people that had low that were anemic. And like, oh, I'm always cold. And I had low hemoglobin too, and I was anemic, and it sucks.
Yeah.
It's awful.
Do they have are those the people that have the dark rings under their eyes if they're anemic kind of? They have the dark rings, I think.
Yeah, you will. You would.
Yeah.
People those are going to be people that are really low.
I tell you, man.
Blood transfusion.
I tell you. Listen up, young people watching. When I was younger, I can remember the elders would talk, and Christmas, Thanksgiving, whatever, just chit chatting. They'd get around to talking about their health and all their ailments, and they'd say, and the elders would say, "Hey, man, your health is about the number one thing. If you don't have your health, you can't help yourself. You can't help your family." And I didn't think much about it because, man, when I was young, I jumped out of bed, go.
Stretching is so important for us now. That frankly is as important as working out.
Patrick, were you a big stretcher? I mean, and your teams were stretching in back then. I know it's gotten in now, kind of.
No, not as much as I should have been as an athlete. It should have been something I did every day.
On your own?
On my own, yeah. I just did. I never got into yoga, really. I dropped the ball.
I'll tell you another thing that I have had more and more of my friends speak about, and they encourage me. I've never done it. Is these stretch labs that you can go to?
Yes.
And I don't know, Pat, if you know much about it. Brent,
I haven't been. My dad's been.
Has he? And guys I've talked to, they say there's a little pain. I mean, they stretch you. They're trying, because our body tends to kind of contract, I think, and they want to. But the guys I talk to that swear by it, they go, man, if you can get through 3 or 4 of them. Then your body gets looser, right? And I've never done it, but some people
are you thinking about it?
Yeah, but the thought of paying.
Let's see. Maybe you buy a monthly package.
Yeah,
where it makes sense. Let's see.
But and your mom's gonna laugh if she's listening, and I don't want her to think I'm, because your mom likes me and she thinks I'm a sweet boy, which I am. But the thought of I've got a little problem. The thought of paying money for somebody to hurt me,
Yeah, I don't know.
There's no whips or chains or anything
stretches right. Each month, $269.
I'm good. Pat, I'm good.
Get you a towel or jump rope.
That's too expensive.
I can almost get me a girlfriend for less than that. She can stretch me. Give me a massage, right?
Oh my gosh.
Sex Panther. Sex Panther.
Yeah, bust out the old Sex Panther. I'll tell you one thing. If this old body doesn't quit breaking down, I may have to retire to Sex Panther.
Yeah. Join the club.
That Sex Panther's a young man's game, if you know what I mean. Right? Right, Pat?
I'm speechless.
Hey, PY, let's finish up this segment a little bit. What's going on with PY? What's going on with got any speaking engagements coming up? If people want to reach out to you about a speaking engagement, a motivational speech, your books, things like that. What do we got on the horizon?
I had one coming up tomorrow.
Oh no!
And Friday, but they both got canceled. One was going to be with Brooks Rehab, and one was with the Promise Family Organization in Gainesville. So those are both getting rescheduled. Other than that, picking up my daughter tomorrow, stepdaughter, and we're going to hang out all day. I'm taking her she's never been to Cracker Barrel.
Oh man, she'll love that. I love you.
Oh yeah.
Oh my.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Pat, I'm speaking to the St. Augustine Gator Club, and they told me you are too.
Nice.
So.
Yeah, I think it's going to be closer to in November or something like that.
Yeah, right.
Hey guys, we've got about 5 minutes this segment. Jumping around real quick. Patrick first. Is there any way the Jaguars that you can conceive that they can kind of jump out of this malaise? I don't really mean a playoff, but I mean the last thing anybody needs is to go 2-15, for God's sakes. Pat, it just seems bad down there, man, on and off the field.
Who's next? The Texans?
Texans next, yes.
At home or on the road?
It's on the road.
Oh, we're getting blasted.
Yeah. But my question is, do you see or feel, again, playoffs are out. Can they salvage something, or are they destined for 2-15, for God's sakes? I mean, that's terrible. You know? While you're pondering, Brent Beaird,
I'm just like 2-15. Golly.
I mean, is that where they're heading? Just maybe they can beat Tennessee once and maybe Indy once.
Yeah. Look. Now they will have one or two blind squirrel finds an acorn games, and we talked about this in the preseason, in the exhibition season, that roster is just not very impressive at all.
Nope.
Offensive line is almost non-existent.
It really is.
Non-existent, man. Yeah.
So I mean, and again, look, they could get dismantled by Houston. Houston is significantly better than they are.
And Houston's angry.
The
NFL formula says Houston's going to be angry. Brent, I got to go back to what you said, and we're not going to give away a source, but you said you know somebody that knows Buffalo football, and you said this is not a good setup. Buffalo's laying for them.
They were laying for Jacksonville. They really were. But, I mean, they got ahead in that game early and never let up. But, man, I'm not saying it's comical, but it's – and I'm not even saying it's disrespect, but when the Bills took Josh Allen out and put their backup in early in the fourth quarter, but boy, that tells you something, don't it?
And Pat, the NFL is a little bit of a strange league. Brent, you followed it a long time as well. The NFL, it's kind of rare, even late in the game that's decided, it's rare to pull your starter out.
Yeah.
In the NFL,
they should,
for what? Rare. Yeah, but for whatever reason, the NFL's been, it's hard to get a backup in. And when they throw a backup in, it also kind of slaps you in the face a little bit on the other sideline.
It should.
But what slaps you, Patrick, the NFL, the way it's structured, you don't lose games 47-10. It just doesn't happen.
You don't. It doesn't happen. Yeah.
No, you don't.
It's not. No. It's not like college in the sense that you're going to possibly get games like.
Let me be the first to say, if the season stays off the rails for the Jaguars to the tune of a 2-15, a 3-14, which would mean you are at or near the number 1 overall pick again. Let me be the first to say, if the Jacksonville Jaguars have that happen, for the love of Pete, whoever Pete is, that always gets a lot of love.
Yep.
For the love of Pete. I don't know who Pete is, but we always love Pete. For the love of Pete and everybody else, if the Jaguars don't take that very first pick and trade it for a solid starting offensive lineman.
Absolutely.
The other pick in the first round of that team, if they don't use that, because of course they're not getting a quarterback.
No.
They've got to ride their guy for another year or two.
Yeah. Yeah. But you're right. I mean, look, people may not like it, but I would say their first 2 picks need to be offensive linemen.
Man, did they mess that thing up, Patrick? They didn't do anything. They thought they did stuff, and everybody went. Oh, most people that will know the team went. Your offensive line is not to a level where a Mitch Morris can finish it off. You're not trying to. You're trying to put it together. Not Mitch Morris coming to this line. If they had Jawan Taylor and 2 or 3 other decent players, and they were trying to finish off, that'd be fine. No, they brought him in to fix the problem, Patrick. 32-year-old Mitch Morris, for God's sakes.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, and it's Cam Robinson.
What's his name? Said Doug Peterson says that him and Shad Khan have had good conversations, moving forward, blah blah blah. I mean, I don't know if that means anything.
And God bless Shad Khan. I know he's had this team for a while, so he should have been a little more savvy. You don't make that statement in the offseason, do you, guys?
Goodness, no.
This is the best, Shad Khan paraphrase, this is the best roster in the history of the Jacksonville Jaguars, the best coach. What was to be gained other than getting kicked in the face?
Let's see, the media
setting them up to fail.
And they run with it.
And the positive, if it did play out, if the Jaguars were 3-0 and cruising, and it played out, and they got in the playoffs and made a run, the attaboys wouldn't overshadow the why did you say that, because it went the other way.
Right.
Yes. Why did he say that? He's more savvy than that. Way more savvy, sitting right next to the guys and all. Almighty. Oh.
He really believed it. I think he really believed it.
I'll tell you who else is, as we come up on a break here, who else is if this team really stays off the rails and wins 2 or 3 games, Shad Khan's son's going to catch it, Mr. Analytics. I think a lot of people across the country and certainly here are about done with the analytics. I mean,
oh my God, it analyticized everything. That's not even a word, but
it is now. Good work. It's a good word. But I mean, we're football, baseball, they're sports. We've all played them. We all know the core basics of them. We're not splitting the atom here. My God, analytics.
See, that's even changing a little bit in baseball, in the professional ranks.
Yeah.
Let's go a little bit more on field than all the numbers that we've got.
Don't know about it. Let's take a break here. Patrick Young, Terry Norvelle, Brent Beaird. Brent, you got some more college stuff, I hope, with
us?
Always. Patrick, he said always. I said, Brent, you got more college stuff? Always. I like it. Like it a lot. That and a whole lot more. Take a look at some of the NFL games of note coming up this weekend as well. That and a whole lot more. Wednesday, Hump Day. You know where we're at. We are where you need to be tomorrow for a hurricane party. Get your group together and come hang out at Twin Peaks.
For those dealing with pain from a sports injury, arthritis, or spine condition, Southeast Orthopedic Specialists offers innovative new non-surgical options. Our regenerative medicine treatments, including platelet-rich plasma and other regenerative treatments, use your body's own restorative cells to aid in treating injuries. These procedures are performed in our offices and typically require minimal downtime. If you want to get back to doing what you love, our regenerative treatment options may be right for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Bricks Jack's Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Bricks Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Bricks Jack's Beach.
Since 1936, Procter Ace has been proudly helping Jacks with all your home and garden projects. Whether you need tools, paint, plumbing supplies, or expert advice, we've got what you need to get the job done right. Looking to brighten your yard? Visit our garden center for plants, tools, and everything to make your outdoor space flourish. You're not just shopping here, you're part of our community. So come in today and let us help you tackle your next project with a smile. After all,
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
When I say it means something to me, gentlemen, it means something to me.
High school football is back and it's bigger than ever. Welcome to the Friday Night Zone Blitz.
It is bigger than a game.
Watch the biggest games each week live as the action unfolds with instant reaction and analysis from our Hall of Famer, Kevin Sullivan. It starts with live look-ins at the top matchups, including our Jaguars Prep Whataburger Game of the Week, and that is just the beginning of 4 straight hours of coverage. From 8 to 10:30, the Friday Night Zone Blitz is streaming on our Action News Jax app and online. At 10:30, the Friday Night Blitz you know and love. A half hour of highlights from around the area. 11 o'clock, we shine the spotlight on the bands that pump up the crowd. 11:15, it's time to blitz through the highlights online and on air. Then 11:35, back to the stream to break down the night's results with a reaction from local coaches. 4 straight hours of high school football on the Friday Night Zone Blitz. Only on Action Sports Jax 24/7.
Baker Sports is local sports. Uniforms from Pop Warner and Little League to travel ball, high school, and college. They make you look good. They help you play good. Baker Sports has been helping families make memories that will last a lifetime with their Baker's Buckets. We've got a lot of these filled with baseballs and softballs in the garage. I've been throwing batting practice to Ty and Kaylee for years and also sit on the Baker's Bucket. catching Kaylee while she practices her pitching. Baker Sports is homegrown, and a lot of employees that used to play on local ball fields now work for Baker Sports, now helping you look good, play good, and make memories of your own. Visit Bakersport.com to see what Baker Sports can do for you. Custom apparel, Nike, Under Armour, Adidas, embroidery, screen printing, and more. Baker Sports is local sports from Jacksonville to anywhere in the Southeast. Bakersport.com.
I've heard of her. Hey, look at us. We're back. What a beautiful shot here. We're hanging out in inside Twin Peaks. Patrick Young hanging out with us as well. Programming note, as I mentioned, I think we're going to go ahead and take tomorrow off with the storm. Everybody's kind of shutting down. I was thinking about trying to get us on a Facebook little thing, but we may do that on Friday, guys. We were kind of scheduled to have a little bit of a different show on Friday. So no show tomorrow, most likely. Sure. Follow us as you do all the time, our great listeners and viewers. Follow us on your social media platforms, and I'll post some stuff up, and we'll go from there. Guys, let's take a quick look at the wait a minute. You wanted to mention Friday night. We've got a pretty good game, and Miami will not be affected. That thing will be blown through Miami, right?
Yeah.
The Canes.
Thursday night, first of all, is Army at Temple. Army is undefeated.
How about that?
I want to mention that in a minute. Then Virginia Tech at Miami, and then Washington at Rutgers. So Friday night, you've got Washington and Miami that are playing. So that will be a bit of a treat. By the way, Army and Navy are both 3-0.
How about that? Isn't that cool, Pat? Army and Navy both 3-0.
If they win, get this, Pat. If they win and they're both 4-0, will be the first time since 1945.
Oh, I like it. Like it a lot.
45.
And by the way, does anybody here know, Pat, Zach, Brent, Navy's 3-0? You know who they ran out of the gym this past Saturday?
They're scoring about 40 to 50 points
Pat,
a game.
They scored about 50 and ran a team out of the gym Saturday. Any idea? Navy did this. Any idea, guys? How about the team that rolled into Tallahassee, Memphis?
That's right.
Oh, they rolled Memphis.
They got their running game. No, let me back up.
Oh, wow.
They routed Memphis, and the word is Navy's got the new coach, I think, and he's not running the triple option.
He's not.
They're running straight up, and they got a pretty good quarterback. Horvath, I think his name is. Yeah, Navy is shaking it up, man. Shaking it up.
Notre Dame. How long has Notre Dame played Army and Navy? Like that's always been their thing every year.
Oh yeah,
probably.
Yeah. And it really came from several things. Navy and Army, national teams, right? The academies. Notre Dame was the national brand, and Army and Navy were great back in the day. They were great. I mean, they had classic 1 versus 2 Army Navy, Notre Dame all mixed in there.
Dang.
Say who their coach is?
Brian Newberry. Yeah,
Newberry.
5 and 7.
Newberry.
Yeah, Horvath has been around a little bit, but yeah, they are really playing well. But yes, they don't run the wishbone anymore.
Yeah, they've changed it up.
And their former coach, we saw the other night, he's with
Coach
San Jose State?
Niemalo. Yeah. I liked him, by the way.
He really did a good job.
Always liked him. Hey, guys, some NFL games coming up this week, and I'll say this week, Thursday through Sunday, Monday, just to talk about. I think kind of an ugly game Thursday, Dallas at the Giants. Pat, Dallas scuffling around. The Giants are terrible, it looks like.
Well, Giants figured it out. He won last game.
Okay.
Cowboys looked abysmal.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, you watch that game in its entirety and report back on our show to that, okay?
I don't do that.
No, we're not going to do that. And then some weekend stuff to keep an eye on. Minnesota at Green Bay. Green Bay somehow doing it without their starting quarterback.
They sure are.
Malik Willis can't play, though. Don't you hate when you see a guy and you go, he's playing, Patrick, but Malik Willis can't play.
Auburn and Liberty.
But he's winning games.
That's
How?
right.
And I guess, are the Vikings real? I guess they are.
And when you got a great run game, how much do you need your quarterback to really be able to do?
Yeah, and he's part of that run game.
Yeah, he's part of it.
Yeah. A game I think is kind of intriguing, especially because Philadelphia had a nice win. The Eagles at Tampa Bay. Tampa just lost, but Tampa, that'll be a nice game. Those two always play fun games.
The Eagles are having trouble scoring.
Yeah, sure.
That's been and boy, Devonta Smith got a concussion.
Yeah.
So they've got to get him healthy too.
God, what about the career? He was a 4-year guy, right, at Bama.
Yeah.
The career and didn't he catch that streak down the sideline to beat Georgia on the final play? Wasn't that his freshman year? And he just got better
from Tua,
and better, and from Tua, and better,
second and 26,
and better and better.
Devontae Smith.
Devontae Smith, yeah. Hell, he went out and won the Heisman, didn't he?
He did.
Yeah, he won the Heisman.
And look, what's amazing is it's 5:31, and we've been so busy we haven't mentioned Georgia at Bama yet.
How about that? We were going to try and get to it a little bit, and we got knocked off about weather and all. We think it's going to be okay. Remember, we had a little hiccup here with
right.
Tuscaloosa's up high. That's Saturday night, so that should be. I know you got to worry about travel and 2 or 3 days ahead of time, but that game's not a threat, right? They're going to play.
No, it's supposed to be in the hurricane's supposed to, which would be a tropical storm. Then is supposed to be in like Tennessee by then.
You know what that game reminds me of? That, and we got to get used to this. Our mindset, Patrick and Brent. The Georgia-Alabama game, 2 versus 4, whatever it is. It's classic Georgia-Alabama, but it has an NFL feel. And let me explain. NFL has these big marquee matchups during the season,
right.
And they're big, but, there's bigger fish down the road.
Right.
They'll probably play again.
Oh, they may play 3 times.
They could play 3 times. So, big game, but it doesn't have the old historic last 2 decades last decade Georgia-Alabama feel, does it? It's big.
No. Oh, yeah.
It should.
It's not loser needs a lot of help big.
Yeah.
Which adds to the drama, but the NFL feel is hitting college football.
Look, it really doesn't matter who loses because the committee would forgive them for
you would think.
A loss like that. Go ahead, Pat.
You would think. Go ahead, Pat. You were going to say something about Georgia, Alabama, and the NFL feel?
Oh yeah, I was saying it should. Well, I think probably because I don't know. Actually, maybe it's because Nick Saban and just the dominance in which he.
Good point. Saban's gone.
Expectation there. I mean, it's gonna have great viewership this game, but yeah, to your point, I think this because we're at a point where there's so many teams that can win it all, and we have our playoff. Maybe that could be a reason.
Yeah.
Because I get you. I don't have that feel like it's a.
You hit it though.
It is a big game, but it's like
I'm glad you brought that up. You got me thinking, and you hit another home run right there, Pat. One of the reasons is the game Georgia-Alabama the last decade has always been topic number 1. The 2 great teams going at it. But topic number 1A has been the great Nick Saban going up against Kirby. That was its own topic, and it was a great topic. Good point, Patrick. That's gone.
He was the first one, I believe, first former player to beat him. Or first former staff member under him as a head coach that was able to beat him. Yep.
Yeah.
Because Lane didn't never beat him.
Yeah.
Kirby was the only one, the first one.
Patrick Young, you also got me to a topic I want to stay on with college football. Right now, there feels like there's a lump of teams, maybe 6, maybe 7, maybe 8. You guys help figure it out. I'm going to call it, there's that core of teams, and there's a few right on the outside that we really feel like are legitimately in the mix to get in and win it. Help me out with this list, guys. Georgia, Alabama, Texas, Ohio State. I kind of listed those 4 as the real legitimate. Now, are there any others that are in that group, or there's some knocking on the door? Tennessee, Miami. Yeah. Has Missouri played their way out for a minute? They haven't looked good the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, what do you think? They did.
They haven't looked good. They got to play their way back in, maybe.
But they're not losing.
They're not losing.
That helps them.
They're not losing.
And again, the great thing about this is when in a 12-team playoff. I mean, at this point, you've got 20 teams involved.
Love it. Absolutely love it.
And that's what it's about.
And that fan base, Pat, of those 20 teams, second Saturday in November, third Saturday in November, hell, all the way through Thanksgiving, you'll have 10, 12 fan bases excited as hell while they're eating a turkey leg, right?
Yeah,
Which is a month later how the NFL is.
Yes.
The end of December, game 15, 16, 17. They'll put those in the hunt for the NFL. In the hunt, there's 12 teams in the hunt.
Yeah, absolutely.
On the screen. Another NFL field. Can you think anybody else that you would kind of Utah, Penn State, kind of knocking on the door side? Sure. Oregon.
I don't think you can. I don't think you can eliminate LSU either.
LSU.
Now Notre Dame's 16, but we still don't.
But do we agree? Do we? And I'm asking. I'm not saying this is true. Do we have a legitimate right now? And this can change. Right now, truly in the mix. You wouldn't be surprised if Georgia, Bama, Texas, or Ohio State won the national title.
No.
You would slightly be surprised if Tennessee, Miami. They're not a unanimous, probably.
Right.
Tennessee, Miami.
Oregon's in there.
Oregon, Penn State, they got to win a big game.
Right.
But Tennessee, I think, Tennessee's weaseled their way up into right. Wouldn't you think Tennessee, Patrick, has weaseled their way into they're in the big 5 or 6 conversation.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, without a doubt.
They really, until they play themselves out, they're in this thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're in this thing. And did Tennessee really help the quarter? Not it matters now, but the court of public opinion. Tennessee won a very non-Tennessee Heupel game the other night.
They did.
That wasn't a Tennessee Heupel game. They scored 25 points.
Yeah. And I think they could have scored more.
They could have.
They really wanted to do it.
They could have.
But give Oklahoma credit for being able to carry them. Look, Clemson is 17.
They could be sneaky, couldn't they?
They could be. And I can tell you this, they play Florida State next week. If Dabo can do it, would he
100?
Would he put 50 on FSU to do that?
Yeah. Ooh. We may be here in 2 weeks, Patrick and Brent, and I could be eating crow, but man, I'm worried right now about FSU. They're 1-3. They stole a game probably at home. And guys, SMU next week, and Clemson's going to score.
Yes.
SMU is going to score. I know Florida State's defense played well the other night. If they do a decent job on SMU and hold them to 28, how many do you think Florida State can score? Man, I tell you, they got those next 2 games.
Not that many.
What's after Clemson?
They have got at Duke, and then they've got at Miami, North Carolina, and then they've got at Notre Dame, Charleston Southern, and Florida.
Yeah. I mean, Miami's another game. Miami, if they can, they'll put 80 on Florida State.
They will.
And even if FSU kind of corrals Ward and the boys, isn't that only 28 points? Can FSU score 30?
No, but probably not right now. With the DJ Uiagalelei.
God, DJ against Clemson, his old team.
Man, I'm reading up on this thing with the UNLV player, man, and
go ahead. What do you got?
It just doesn't. I blame the assistant coach. I think if what I'm seeing is true, and on the other side, like I think he should be fired.
Can you give us the Cliff Notes? We don't have it.
So I got it right here. And this is what this is. If all this is true, again, this is what makes it seem like, gosh, what's the school doing? You have so many ways to try and figure out that, and this shouldn't have to have come out. After UNLV's game started, Cromartie, that's his agent, contacted the director of engagements, friends of the UNLV collective, and director of player engagement. And they kept deferring it. He said, we don't know. You have to wait. Then it was like, we're going to give him game checks. Okay, great. And he said, we did not ask for a single dollar more because it's $100,000. It's a small school. And he said at one point they were out of pocket for him to be at the school because his expenses to live were not even being covered.
Oh,
I know, right? And apparently, back in the winter is when he got the offer and the confirmation from this assistant coach. Assistant coach never, if the collective says they knew nothing about it, the head coach says that he knew nothing about it, and I guess it's like these guys aren't making it up. Yeah, that they didn't know it. That they got offered he got offered this money to come and play at the school for a reasonable amount, and I'm sure the kid would have taken the money in any kind of way.
Yeah, and I don't know this, but I think I read it earlier today, kind of brushing up. this guy's not an NFL prospect. I don't think
No.
it's not like he's what are you doing? Keep putting tape. I don't know if he's an NFL prospect. Does this sound? And I'm throwing this out. Does this sound anything like Rashada in Florida, or no? What do you think? No.
I just read a few minutes ago. They've got help me, Pat. They've got a running back who's doing the same thing.
UNLV?
That it was announced. The kid's got 800-something yards in 3 games.
Class action. It's class action right there. Wow, that's interesting, Pat. That is really interesting.
Yeah, and they're trying to say here that the kid it's not his job to contact and know where the money is coming from. It's his job to make the agreement. I want to come play for you. This money sounds great. Excited to be here.
Right? Huh? You know what that sounds? You know what that sounds like, Pat? You were saying it sounded like the quarterback and maybe his people were, calling the collective and calling this guy in the collective and reaching out. That sounds like when your boy owes you $100, right? It sounds like,
oh my God,
Pat, when your boy owes you $100 and hey, Joey, can I come by and get? I'm not home right now. Hey, Joey, I'll tell you, that's fine. How about tomorrow after work?
Tomorrow, we'll get to it.
Yeah. No, I'm going to leave at some point tomorrow to go to the doctor. How about this weekend? Oh, I'm out of town. Right.
Now, if you're let's hypothesize here a minute. If they say, okay, let's go and pay him and give him what he wants. My question is, how does that affect the rest of the team? Does the rest of the team settle down?
Yes.
Well, and that's funny that you say that. Yeah, he's still a part of the team.
Yeah.
At this moment, he is still on the roster. He just redshirted. Yeah. He's going to transfer.
Yeah, and what does that do to the locker room?
Right.
Either way, what does it do to the locker room? He's the quarterback. This isn't across the board, but generally your quarterbacks, you know what I mean by this. Your most popular guy on the team. He's your quarterback. Right? What is this? No matter what, if he gets his money, comes back and plays. If he doesn't get his money, what does that do to the locker room? Sure. There's going to be his side, the team side.
No, that's tough.
And they go from a favorite to an underdog after he's left.
Yeah.
Like yeah. And they were making a little bit of news. They won.
They were.
I mean, this doesn't happen all the time. It was either last Thursday or Friday or the week before. They were on the Thursday or Friday game and they won.
Yeah.
When is I've rarely seen. I watched some of the game. I've rarely seen UNLV football play. UNLV basketball all the time, but not.
Sure.
Do we know who the coach is out there? See if I can find that. Does it say who the head coach is? Let me see if I can find. What are we looking at? UNLV. Here we go. 189. Let me see who the coach is. I'm just curious. Is he a guy we know? UNLV coached by Barry Odom. Oh my, old Missouri coach.
Yes.
SEC. Oh, Barry Odom. Yeah. Now I will say this: I think Odom's been there a couple of years and he's done a decent job, which tells me Barry Odom, with his credentials, I mean, he coached in the SEC, coached in Missouri. He probably was able to go out and help the collective find some money.
Second year at and look, last year they were 9.
Yeah.
Last year they were 9-5.
Yeah. Barry Odom. And this quarterback came from somewhere, right? Yeah, they Patrick, do you remember where the quarterback came from? I don't know if he was
so familiar.
It was a very small place, but it sounds like they went and got him.
Barry Odom?
Barry Odom was the old coach at Missouri about 4 or 5 years ago.
And he was
I remember that name.
And it's probably what he needs to be at that level.
Yeah.
But how about Barry Odom in the middle of this? Whew.
That's tough on him.
Ooh, interesting.
It's got, and you ask who they play. They've got an off week this week.
Oh, that helps.
It does. And on the 28th they got Fresno State. Syracuse at Utah State at Oregon State.
Oh, that's tough.
Got to go to Hawaii. That'd be tough too, wouldn't it?
But I mean, interesting. Good pickup, Pat. Good pickup. All right, guys. Yeah. Final thoughts. Zach Rothrock, do you have your games, and can we get them real quick before we break?
I do have my games. Yeah. All
right, Zach.
Yeah, why not?
Where you at? How you doing? What's going on, Zach?
I'm on. I'm awake. I'm here. Yeah.
All right, here we go. Give me your game, and then we'll talk about the points and who you're taking. What's your first game?
Yeah, so the first game, let me bring it back up here. It is I'm going back to the well that has got me down to the Rams. The Rams are getting 2.5 points. They're taking on the Bears.
Plus 2.5, you said?
Plus 2.5.
versus Chicago. So you're taking LAR.
That's right.
Plus 2.5 Chicago.
Yeah, and that's going to be the 5 point.
LAR, and you're putting 5 on that. All right. Okay, here we go. Game number 2.
Yep.
By the way, thanks for doing your homework. I appreciate that, Zach. I really do. When my students, when they listen and they perform, I like those students.
I think you severely underestimate how much I enjoy gambling, even when I lose. And speaking of which, I also enjoy pain because I'm going right back to another well that cost me a loss. I'm going against the Packers because Malik Willis is like the greatest quarterback of all time. When I bet against him, I don't really understand what's up with that. But look, anyway, the Minnesota Vikings, who are also getting 2.5. The Minnesota Vikings, yep, plus 2.5 at Green Bay. Yep.
Minnesota plus, they're getting points?
Yeah, exactly. I thought the wrong team's favored in that one.
Whoa, Minnesota's plus 2.5?
Yeah, it's at Green Bay, so that would be why.
Yeah.
Well,
minus 2.5 Green Bay, so yeah, plus.
Wow, Zach, I do like that pick.
I mean, I do too. I mean,
I do like that pick.
Except, Malik Willis, when I bet against this guy, he turns into Tom Brady, so I don't really understand what that's all about. But anyway,
Zach, I also hope you missed that pick, but I do like that pick because I'm not involved in that pick. But I like
there you go. Well, I've got to go 3 for 3 to get back. And the last one, let's go to the big game in college football. I'm taking the Dogs, Georgia Bulldogs, -2 at Alabama, at Nick Saban Field, at Bear Bryant Stadium. The Georgia Bulldogs to cover -2.
So Georgia's favored by a hair.
Yep.
And you're taking UGA. And you got to win by 3 or more.
Yep, yeah, and that's the big one. That's the 15.
Hey, Zach, that's good job, man. You got your assignment. You carried it out. You obviously you took your, you got a good time management. You laid out your day and said, okay, I need some time management to do what I need to do. Compartmentalize, like pretty much like a grown-up does, right?
Well,
wouldn't you say? Like a grown-up says, okay, I got to do this.
All I do is think about sports betting all day. It's always easy.
So we're all set, me and Zach. And hey, Pat, how you doing with your picks, Pat?
I don't like what is just happening right now.
It was a little passive aggressive what Terry's doing. A little bit.
I don't like what was just happening right there
Zach,
at all.
Before you leave, I need your points for Minnesota Green Bay. You've already used 5.
Yeah, that's the 10. The 10 is Minnesota Green Bay. The 15 is the Dogs.
And you're putting 15, your big one, on Georgia.
Yeah, I mean, I just kind of want. I felt like Georgia's going to win all summer, so I'll change now.
Brent, you followed us as we've done this. This is not rocket science,
right.
But we are also assigned 5, 10, and 15. That's where we add or take away from our 100. This is a lot easier if you hit that 15 right out of the gate, because if you hit the 15, all you can do is push.
Yeah.
Because you'll lose a 10 and 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy, you hit that 15.
Or if you lose the 15, all you can do is bring
it is upside down too. All right, so Patrick, your 15 is on. Oh, we don't know yet. Okay, let's take.
I like the undefeated Pittsburgh Steelers.
Is this real? Is this
going
real?
into the Indianapolis Colts and getting a win?
At
-1.5 to the Steelers.
Okay, so Steelers are giving away 1.5.
It's a nasty defense.
That is a great pick,
You're
Patrick.
taking Pittsburgh. How many points you putting on that?
I'm going to put 15 on that one, man.
Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing, Patrick Young?
I don't believe in Anthony Richardson. I don't know what else to tell you.
I like that pick, by the way.
And not only that, I don't believe in him going against arguably the best defense in the NFL.
Statistically the best.
Yeah,
Pat, I like that pick. I can't lie. I hope you missed that pick, but I like that pick.
And I'm happy for Justin Fields. And this is it's an emotional pick as well. It's definitely an emotional one.
That's a good job. You need 2 more days to get your other 2, or what are we doing?
No. You're so mean.
I am mean. I don't feel good. I got a little bit of a neck ache. I got this sciatica thing. I think it's going.
I'm going with.
Good. Tell him to leave me alone. These guys. Come here.
I'm going with the weird one
Who
here.
do we have here? Nat, can you lean in? Nat, tell him, Patrick, to be nice to me. I don't feel good.
Okay. I like this game just because James Madison just put up 70.
Pat, do you not see Nat here? Why are you talking to me and Brent when Nat's saying be nice to me, right?
Oh, wow. Sorry.
Oh, come on.
Hey, Nat.
You gotta have some sympathy.
I apologize.
Hey, Nat, real quick, are you working tomorrow? Because I think it's going to be a big old hurricane party up here tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll be working tomorrow in the morning, so everyone should come down. It'll be fun.
I think Mimosa in the morning?
Oh, 100%.
Man Mosa.
Nice. Are you busy tonight? Looks like it's crowding up here.
I'm actually about to get off. I was the morning shift. I just
Whiskey and some orange juice.
That's for you. I was here having lunch and I saw you working hard. Thank you so
Jerry,
much.
I thought you wanted me to work.
Yes, eyes on you.
Hey, right there, Pat. And then keep a little bit of an eye. This one's he's not as mean as him.
Yeah.
What? Keep one eye on him. Please. One eye, two on him, and one on him. Thanks, sweetie. I know you're busy. Bye.
Thank you.
Pat.
All right, as I was saying before, I got interrupted by Twin Peaks.
Sorry.
By Twin Peaks.
That was Nat, in case you're wondering.
I was going to go with James Madison Dukes that just put up 70.
Yes, they did. Hold on. James Madison.
Against North Carolina. They got Ball State Cardinals at home, and they are giving 19. So I'm taking a big risk on that one.
You're taking Madison?
Madison, and they're giving 19 points.
So they got to win by about 3 touchdowns at least. So.
They got to win by 3 touchdowns. So
minus 19.
I'll make that a $10 game.
Okay.
And then let me do my thing where I close my eyes and I
that formula
roll up and down, and I go here. Oh, wait, I did it one more time.
Scientific.
Just call Bonita in. Just let Bonita do it.
Really. Scientific. Oh, yeah.
Stop. All right, stop. There we go. We're going to – oh, no. Oh, gosh. Georgia Southern and Georgia State minus a half a point. That's a little toss-up. I'm going with all games that none of us are going to watch.
Like Georgia State that beat Vanderbilt that we didn't like.
Yeah.
Rushed the field after that win.
Hey, Zach, I think this will be our final segment.
I'm going with Georgia State Panthers over Georgia Southern Eagles.
Who you taking? Who you taking?
Georgia State, and it's a half a point.
They're giving or getting?
They're giving half a point.
So Georgia State -2 versus Georgia Southern?
Minus half of a point.
Oh,
half. Point minus 0.5.
0.5, okay.
There you go.
Wow, so you got to win by 1.
Yeah.
And that's against Georgia Southern.
Yes.
I don't know much about that game, but I think that would be a good, fun matchup. Georgia State, Georgia Southern. Sounds like it'd be a good game.
Well, Georgia State's.
Stop begging me.
All right. We're down. And that is your, obviously, that has to be your, what'd you say?
Stop it.
That is your, hold on. By the way, score guy, I got everything. I got it. Don't worry. I'll do it all year. I got it. So.
You're the best at it.
That's your 5-pointer. All right. There we go. Oh, that wasn't hard to get out of these two guys. 2 hours of begging these two guys. Hey, good job, Pat. I hope you win some games so you can get back in the game. Zach, good job. Good job, Zach. Brent,
Zach, just let me know when you want to go beat Terry up.
Brent,
I am down literally at the drop of the hat. I will roll up on Twin Peaks at 6:05 and be ready.
Wait for him to get in that Kia. Let's block him off or
sure.
Something.
Brent, they must want me to get Nat back up here to scold them.
I don't think they want anything more than that.
They said, I do. I'll be bad. I'll be bad. All right, we are out of here. No show tomorrow. Hey, everybody be safe. Be at a fun place such as, gosh, I may come up here again tomorrow. This place would be fun to hang out during a storm. Why not? That does it. We want to thank our good friends here at Twin Peaks. Also want to thank our friends. I talked to the group down at Sliders, told them, hey, we won't be there. We're normally on the patio at Sliders, so obviously you don't want to broadcast Patrick Young on a patio during a tropical storm coming through. So we'll be back to Sliders in person next week, and we hope to be at Bricks. We'll play that by ear as well. But that'll wrap it up Wednesday. Good job.
Enjoyed it.
Good job, Patrick Young. Hey, Zach, you did a job too. I could tell.
I did a job. Thank you. Thank you.
I'm getting 30 this week.
Have a good day, everybody. 30. Stay safe, and let's talk some ball. Follow us on social. I will be posting up what we're doing the rest of the week on social media. Talk to you soon. Be safe, everybody.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Bricks Jack's Beach features all that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Bricks Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Bricks Jack's Beach.
For over 20 years, Southeast Orthopedic Specialists has been providing the highest level of orthopedic and spine care to patients throughout Northeast Florida. Now, we're making that same great care even more convenient with Southeast Orthopedic Specialists Direct, a walk-in clinic where you can be seen for pain or injuries with no appointment needed. Staffed by orthopedic physicians and specialists, we offer everything from diagnosis and treatment to imaging and bracing, all with no appointment needed. For more information, hours, and locations, visit our website.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dynamic Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
Hey everyone, Olivia Tasley here from Action Sports Jacks to tell you all the different ways you can watch our new 24/7 network. 3 easy steps. You don't even need a pen and paper to write it down. Step number 1, download the app. Search Action News Jacks in your app store either on your phone or your smart TV. Then, once you're on the app, click on that little drop-down menu in the upper left-hand corner with the 3 little lines. That'll show you these options, and boom, right here, click Action Sports Jacks 24/7, and you will be brought to our continuous stream channel. That app can be accessed through all these different platforms, whether you have Roku, Fire TV, Smart TV, Apple TV, or Google TV. You can find our app. Now, if you don't have access to the app, don't worry, we still got you covered. We're across all social media platforms from Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube, Twitch. We have a podcast channel. Plus, check out our short reels on our TikTok. Action Sports Jacks 24/7. It's on all the time and everywhere.
Summertime means sizzling sales at Nimnick Buick GMC. The #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville has lots of inventory to choose from with their best price guarantee. Nimnick never charges above MSRP. You can save up to $10,000 off select new GMC Sierras or get rates as low as 1.9%.
You know I'm a truck guy. GMC Sierra, my trim level is an SLT. This one's an Elevation. Pretty good looking color as well. So here at Nimnick Buick GMC, you have a lot to pick from. My father-in-law, he drives this, an Enclave, so I like that GMC in the family. 2025 is coming around the corner, which means it's almost time to close out those 2024s this summer.
You can schedule a test drive at NimnickBuickGMC.com, and while you're there, check your trade value and customize your payment options. Nimnick is there for you, even on Sundays. Visit the showroom on Phillips Highway or shop online at NimnickBuickGMC.com. Nimnick, your friends in the car business since 1941. GMC, we are professional grade.